In the quaint village of Eldridge, tales of the Whispering Woods were the stuff of nightmares. A dense forest bordered the village, shrouded in fog and mystery, where whispers could be heard at dusk, calling out to the unwary. Villagers warned against entering, sharing stories of those who vanished without a trace, swallowed by the shadows and the whispers. Despite the warnings, curiosity burned within Jake, a young man determined to uncover the truth. One foggy evening, emboldened by tales of his friends who had dared the woods and returned with half-hearted stories of whispers, Jake decided to explore the forest for himself. Armed with only a flashlight and a sense of bravado, he stepped into the darkness as twilight settled in. The trees loomed like silent sentinels, their branches twisting toward the sky as if to warn him to turn back. The deeper he walked, the more the air thickened with a palpable tension. The whispers began as faint murmurs, almost indistinguishable from the rustling leaves. Jake paused, listening intently. "Come closer." "Jake, we're waiting." The voice sent shivers down his spine, but he brushed it off as figments of his imagination. As he ventured deeper, the whispers grew more distinct, weaving tales of despair and longing. Jake's heart raced, yet he felt drawn to the sound. He followed the voices, convinced they would lead him to the truth. But with each step, a gnawing unease settled in the pit of his stomach. He glanced back, realizing the path he had taken was fading into darkness, obscured by the thickening fog. Suddenly he caught sight of something glimmering in the distance, a flickering light. Hope surged within him as he pushed forward, but as he drew closer, the light extinguished, leaving him in a suffocating darkness. Panic set in. The whispers intensified, swirling around him like a tempest. "Stay with us, Jake. Don't leave." Feeling trapped, Jake spun around, trying to retrace his steps, but the woods seemed to shift. Trees, once familiar, morphed into monstrous shapes, their branches grasping at him like skeletal hands. The whispers turned frantic, their tone shifting from alluring to menacing. "You belong here now." Just then, he stumbled upon a small clearing where the air felt unnaturally still. At the center lay a hollow log, its opening dark and gaping. Compelled by an inexplicable force, Jake approached the log, his breath quickening. Peering inside, he saw nothing but an abyss, an endless void that seemed to pull him in. Suddenly, a piercing scream shattered the silence, echoing from the depths of the woods. It sounded familiar, a voice he recognized. "Help! Jake!" It was Megan, his childhood friend who had gone missing last autumn. He felt a rush of horror and determination knowing he couldn't leave her behind. Ignoring the whispers urging him to turn back, Jake plunged into the darkness of the log, the world around him collapsing into blackness. But just as hope flickered within him, he felt hands grasping at his ankles, pulling him back into the void. He struggled, heart pounding, fighting against the unseen force. The voices grew louder, morphing into a cacophony of anguish. "Join us, Jake! Don't fight it!" In a final desperate surge, Jake broke free, tumbling out of the log and back into the clearing. Gasping for breath, he scrambled to his feet, the whispers now a haunting chorus of despair. But he was not alone. Emerging from the shadows were figures cloaked in darkness, lost souls trapped within the woods, their faces twisted in eternal torment. Jake stumbled backward, realizing the truth. The Whispering Woods were not just a forest. They were a prison for the lost. The whispers he had heard were the remnants of those who had entered, forever begging for release. As the figures closed in, Jake's heart sank. He understood now. There was no escape. The woods had claimed him, and the whispers would forever echo in his mind, tormenting him with the cries of the lost. "Join us, Jake. You will never leave." The last thing he heard before the darkness consumed him was his own voice whispering into the night, "Help me." Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the chills and thrills of the Whispering Woods, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more spine-tingling tales from the Whispering Woods. What did you think of tonight's story? Do you have any theories about what happened? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I love hearing your interpretations. And remember, the woods are always watching. Stay brave, and until next time, keep your lights on and your doors locked. Stay tuned.